I'm starting off with primer. I'm using the Kiss New York. It's their cooling and blurring face primer. That's what it looks like. You can see it's like a clear primer. Oh, it's kind of like tacky. I used this primer before, but I don't really remember like how I truly felt about it. I'm gonna look in my mirror over here. Oh, definitely cooling. Okay, is it blurring? I don't know. I don't know if I see the blur just yet. Perfect during the summertime when it's like really hot outside. Okay, yeah, that feels good. Then I want to color correct with the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I'm having a hard time trying to squeeze this out. All right, finally get some out. Then I'm gonna go in with this brush and add the color corrector. And I mostly need it like in this area down here. The LA Girl Pro Conceal is a product that you can rely on. So if you like just need something really quickly and you gotta run into your beauty supply store, I would definitely say that is the concealer that you wanna reach for. I definitely started my makeup journey using that concealer. So, you know, it's a tried and true product. Definitely won't let you down. I'm going to take some setting powder that I'm going to be showing you guys later, but I'm going to use this to set the color corrector. And it's super like finely milled, so it's powder everywhere. Everywhere that I color corrected, I'm just adding the powder. This step just really helps to keep the color corrector in place so that it is not moving, because you're going to add foundation on top and you don't want it really mixing in like with the foundation. So this is going to help it like just stay. For foundation, I'm using the Ruby Kisses Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Mocha, 415 Mocha. So I'm just going to put it right here. And I really like the packaging, like how you're able to squeeze it out. Very convenient. A little bit more. So I'm taking my brush. Okay, so first I like to just stamp on the tinted moisturizer, especially over the color corrector, because I'm not trying to disturb it underneath. I'm trying to keep that color corrector in place. Now the color Mocha, you could tell, is very warm, and I would just say too deep of a shade for me, but I'm gonna make it work as you have to do sometimes. This area compared to my forehead, you can see it's not my shade, but you know, I'll just have to use a concealer that is a bit brightening to help it out. For me, I can say that like this tinted moisturizer, I did use it during the summertime. Ruby Kisses also has a stick foundation. I feel like with that stick foundation, I do get pretty oily. This one, I would have to try it out again to see how it wears all day. It didn't give me like the best wear time. So far, I can't really recommend a like great foundation from the beauty supply store. I'm still in the phase of like trying everything out. I don't ever want to recommend something that I don't totally love, you know. Have to get my ears. Okay, so just looking at the foundation, it's not full coverage. It is a tinted moisturizer, so that's to be expected. But yeah, this is what it is looking like on the skin. It doesn't look too bad other than the shade. Okay. For concealer, I have the Nicka K Perfection Multi-Use Concealer, and I have two shades, 05 and 08. So I'm going to take 08 and put it on the forehead. down the nose, right here, above the lip, definitely on the chin. And because this foundation is a little too dark for me, I'm like going in with the concealer. Then I'm taking 05. I actually just picked up this shade today at my beauty supply store over here. And I'm just gonna do this one under the eyes. I just wanted to try like a brighter shade and see how I like it. Yeah, this is definitely brighter and not as warm as 08. I think I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild sponge and I'm going to, let's start with the forehead. Yeah, the forehead is a good place to start. And I'm just pressing, trying to get a good blend. Taking this end of the sponge and really trying to diffuse like the outer edges because I don't want any harsh lines. I'm gonna go down the nose. Now I am someone who is usually like really into brushes, and for a while I was just like brushes only, but I cannot lie, sponges, they are nice. I just hated the fact like, you know, I don't want the sponge to like soak up all of the product. But I am finding a way to just incorporate both brushes and sponges so that they work together. Like sometimes I like blending things out with a brush first and then going in with a sponge. And I find that to be pretty nice. But today I am using the sponge because sometimes I do feel like with the sponge for certain concealers and like whatever mood I'm in, I may prefer it over a brush. It just depends. For contour, I'm using the Nicka K Liquid Contour with Cushion Tip in the shade Dark Roast. Okay, that's what it looks like. So I'm going to add some to the forehead here. And when you put it on, it's going to look a little scary. You may think like, oh, that's too dark, but it really blends out pretty easily. I'm going to put some on the nose. And I try to be like, I try not to do too much. That's hard for me. So starting with the forehead, and you can see like it really does blend out pretty easily. You don't have to worry with this product. Highly recommend. And they really get like, they get really dark too. Like this is not the darkest shade, so. Okay, so just blending out that forehead. Trying to take my time. You can see how easily it blends out. That color is so pretty. Okay, side. Then I like to go in with this Flawless Concealer brush from e.l.f. And I'll use this for concealer, contour. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm using it for contour on the nose. And I like to blend it into the brow. Usually I do my brows first, but I like trying different ways of doing the makeup. So today I am saving the brows for like later. Before I set with powder, I'm going to go in with the setting spray. It's the Spritz to Fix from Absolute New York. And I'm going to use it later on, like when I'm completely done with the face. Also got my fan from the beauty supply store. I don't even know if this is charged. It may not be. But yeah, I'm going to use this to just speed up the drying process. I actually forgot about cream blush. So this is the Ruby Kisses Duo Cream Blush in Rosewood. Gotta add this. And I'm gonna just take like that berry shade. Cream blush, liquid blush is always a step that I like forget to do. I'm more of a powder blush type of girl, but I do enjoy cream blush. It's just I literally always forget to put it on. So definitely forgot today, but yeah, I'm gonna add. I will say this one from Kiss, it is, I feel like it's decent, but you have to like really make sure you are, you know, taking your time to blend it out. I have definitely gone overboard because at first it doesn't feel like a lot of the pigment is showing up at first, but you can see I didn't add too much and I think it looks good. And then I'm going to go back in with a little bit more setting spray just to make sure the blush is set as well. Okay, just a little bit. To set the face, I'm using the Kiss New York Professional Pro Touch Setting Powder. That's what it looks like. It's in the shade Banana. Very finely milled powder. I'm going to take my Real Technique setting brush, go in with this, and I know it's going to fly everywhere. Then I'm going to set on the forehead. Setting here first, over the brows, eyelid. I'm going over the nose. Then I'm gonna go right here. Just lightly set under my eyes. To set under my eyes, I have the Beauty Creations powder. It's called By Filler, and it is in the shade Pink Cloud. Ooh, this is so pretty. I'm going in with my powder puff. I'm going to dip into the powder. It's very pigmented. Okay, so I'm gonna go on the back of my hand with the pink powder because it is super pigmented. I wanna make sure it's even on my puff. Then I'm gonna go under the eye. And just look at that pink powder. Pink is my favorite color, so when I saw this, I had to grab it. When I went to Sam's Beauty, I saw that there were like no more of these powders left. Like they took all of the pink powders. And then the next time I went, it was only one available. So I was like, okay, definitely gotta grab this powder before they get it all. If you're on social media, you know that pink powders and now like the purple powder, they're pretty viral. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I think these type of powders can be very fun. I know Wet n Wild just came out with one. Just trying to make sure. I'm kind of like baking with the powder. When I wear this like out and about, I did the other day, I think it was yesterday, and I don't feel like for me, I feel like it doesn't brighten up my under eye the way that I thought that it would. I do feel like this powder at first looks like it's bright, but when I dust it off, it doesn't seem all that brightening to me. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Okay, I'm just trying to like. Okay, I think I messed up some. Now it's starting to look weird. For bronzer, I'm using the Absolute New York Miami Sunshine Pressed Bronzer. This is in the shade Dark. This bronzer is super pigmented. Like you gotta be real careful when you're putting it on because it's a lot of pigment. I like to just take my brush and like, you know, go on the back of my hand or my arm or something just to make sure I'm not getting too much pigment. It's easy for me to go overboard. especially with, you know, bronzer, because I love a bronzy look. Then I like to kind of blend down a little bit. Going in with the bronzer, making sure I get a lot of that excess product off. And then I'm going to bronze up the nose. And I love putting bronzer in this area and then taking it down. It just really helps to like give that snatched look. Then I like to take some bronzer down here. And it's still a lot of product on the brush. So I'm like really just and then like really take it down. For blush, I have the Nicka K Cheek Palette. Now this fell on the ground and I was hurt because I hate when my makeup breaks, but it's just the shade here. I'm glad the whole palette is still intact. The shade right here I'm gonna go in with. This is a very pigmented blush palette, like very pigmented. Also want to make sure you go on the back of your hand with this as well. And I really like adding blush in the, wait, what's going on? The blush went on kind of weird. Let me see. Is it me or is it the lighting? I feel like the blush is getting stuck in one area. Am I tripping or is this blush looking super weird today? I don't have many issues with this blush, but today it just looks like one like weird stripe. Okay, that's strange. I'm gonna take this brush and I'm just going to pat the pink powder under the eye. And this is really my like main issue with the pink powder. Like once I like start to like pat it in, I just feel like it doesn't look that great under the eye. You know what I mean? Like it starts to look a little off. Yeah, I don't know what happened. The under eye doesn't look that great. The blush is looking very weird. Yeah, I don't know what just happened with this look. Like everything is looking kind of crazy. This is the Cover Plus Care Pressed Powder from Kiss. So I'm gonna go in with this just to add a little bit more coverage because I feel like I need it. So going in with this powder. With this tinted moisturizer, I feel like once I add the other products and I set my face, I use the powders, I could tell like it's not a lot of coverage. So it's very weird. I don't know how I'm gonna fix this blush. I'm trying to like, you know, maybe if I add this on top, it won't look too crazy. For brows, I'm using the Absolute New York Super Slim Brow Pencil in the shade Smoke. And my mirror that I also got from the beauty supply store. Gonna brush through the brows. And I'm usually a brow first type of gal. I do the brows first just to get them out of the way because it's like my least favorite step. It sucks. Now this brow pencil is really, really nice. This is definitely one of the products that I can absolutely recommend. You do want to be careful and not twist up too much because you will break these type of pencils. So definitely be gentle and take your time. Okay, I'm just trying to like get the brows as even as possible. Okay, so I'm just trying to blend the product in with the brush side. So the brows look a mess. Surprise, surprise. I'm gonna go in with some concealer under the brows because I really need to carve them out. They look crazy. And I keep proving to myself why I do my brows first. Because when I do them any other time, they just look crazy. They look absolutely ridiculous. taking a clean buffing brush, I'm just going to pat the concealer. Just gonna go back in with the bronzer and fix this area up. For eyeshadow, I'm using the Sahara Gold palette. It's a 15 color palette from Nicka. Look at these beautiful colors. I already know and love this palette. It is so, so good. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. So I'm just gonna stamp that color on, and it's a pretty like dusty, rosy shade. And I'm just stamping that on. And then I'm going to blend in circular motions. I'm going to take this shade right here and just kind of like diffuse the edges. Okay. So taking that shade under the eye now. So far I'm just using like 2 shadows. Oh. For the lid shade, I'm going in with this color here. Just gonna go in. Look at that, so pretty. You don't have to like wet this shade. I love it. Just gonna add a little bit of color here to blend. Okay. Blend out the edges here. This one is new to me. It's the Nicka liquid eyeliner. It's water resistant. Okay, you can see the tip. And I realized I don't have any like liquid liners from the beauty supply store like at the moment. I know I've picked up some, you know, before. But yeah. And I haven't used a, ooh, the shimmer is everywhere. Kind of got all over the face, but whatever. I have not used liquid eyeliner in a long, long time, especially this type of applicator. So I'm hoping, I'm hoping it doesn't look crazy. Okay, this is not too hard to use. Oh, about to go overboard here. Are they looking crazy? Okay, look, let me look in the big mirror over here. I feel like it looks okay. This is as good as it's gonna get. Also from Nicka is their Mega Volume Waterproof Mascara. I have a lot of Nicka products. A lot of Ruby Kisses, Absolute New York. Those are like the, you know, the main ones that I use. Now, when I first tried this mascara, I wasn't really feeling it. I felt like it was kind of like sticky, but I've used it a couple of more times and I feel like it is an okay mascara. I feel like if you have nothing else to grab, then this is not the worst choice, but there are just better like mascaras at the drugstore. I've heard a lot of people say that they prefer drugstore mascaras over high-end ones. So I would say like this, it's okay, but definitely better at the drugstore. I'm going to do the lower lashes. Yeah, not my favorite mascara. Definitely not my favorite. A lot of the products I'm using today are just like, eh. So I'm looking at my eyeshadow and I don't know, like everything is just kind of blending weird today for some reason. So these are the lashes that I got from Eye Envy, and it is their Juicy Volume collection. And I think I picked these up before. Now, from what I remember, I don't know if I really... Like, I'm looking at the lashes, and to me, they look really nice, but I don't remember if I like these. Okay, how do I feel about these? Also from INV is their Super Stronghold 3D Eyelash Adhesive. And this is clear. So here's what it looks like. I love the packaging. That color is so pretty. Now, I've used this before. I do really like it. Definitely recommend the INV eyelash glues, adhesives. So I'm going to put on the lashes and then I'm going to come back to you because I already know I'm going to struggle and nobody got time for all that. So yeah, let me come back and then I'm going to show you what the lashes look like on. And the lashes are on. This is what they're looking like. I applied them as best as I could because again, I'm not great at putting on lashes. You know, they're short and voluminous. I don't know how I'm feeling about them. I do remember not caring for them and now having them on again. I'm like, I don't really know. Maybe this look is like throwing me off because a lot of things are not working out today. But I don't know. The lashes are... I'm going to move on to lips. And this is the Absolute New York. It's their gel. Like some of the writing has like rubbed off. I really enjoy this. It's in the... Which color? This is Coffee Bean. You can see that I've been using it. I really enjoy it. So let's go in with some lip liner. I love a good brown liner. So this is from LA Girl and it is their matte lipstick. And this is like a super pale. Let me clean it off a little bit. Yeah, super pale, nudie color. And then I do want to go in with this Ruby Kisses Crystal Gloss. This is pretty sticky, but I don't really have another. I do have another clear gloss. I will have to find it, but I actually do like this gloss because it's like super like shiny. I like that it has the applicator. I don't have to like dip into the gloss and like ruin it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in and finish with the Spritz to Fix. I used it earlier. Shake it up. Hi guys, so I'm back with the final look. All affordable makeup and my earrings, my necklace. I always get my like little jewelry from the beauty supply store. I don't wear a lot of jewelry, but I always have to have my hoops on. And I finally found my necklace. Like for months, I did not have a clue where this was. Saw it on the floor somewhere, but yeah, it's like a cute little, you know, heart. You know, the final look, it did come together, but it's not my favorite look. I'm going to be 100% honest. I would not wear this makeup that I have now out and about because I feel like it will not last. I don't think my under eyes have enough coverage. The foundation is too dark. I'm not totally in love with the look. I feel like there were a lot of things that did not work. I will be back to do more affordable makeup, letting you guys know my thoughts, letting you know what works, what doesn't. I appreciate you guys spending time with me. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, leave some comments, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out. Love you.